This is super story. This is super story. A life of strife and sorrows. It's a super story with good food and houses, where the fish drowns or even die of thirst. It's a super story, a life of precious stones and good taste. It's a super story. This is super story. This is super story.
Silence, okay? Yeah, go to the backyard and play before you break things in the living room. Yes?
What is sex?
Where did you pick that dirty idea from?
No, ma. Some girls in my class were talking about it.
For God's sake! You are too young to start discussing such things. You hear me? Now, I want you to face your studies and when the time is right for you, you get to know about such adult issues. Understand?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry for the embarrassment.
That's okay. And I want you to stay away from those girls in your class.
Yes, ma'am.
Go to your room and read your books. I can see you are feeling much better.
Good afternoon. I'm feeling much better. I come to say thank you to you and Dr. Charles. This is my mother. And this is my aunt.
Welcome, madam.
Good afternoon,
Ma. Now, can't thank you. If not before now, for you and your husband, we save my son Richard life. Now another story we for the talk now. Thank you, ma.
In fact, madam, we don't know how to thank you.
Not to worry, madam. Let's just thank God for everything. Why don't you come in and sit down? Come and sit down.
Madam, now only God go fit reward una for wetin una do me o, wey una help me save my son Richard life. Now my prayer be say, may God bless you, bless your family, bless your husband. Anywhere where your children go for this life, then go they meet helper. Thank you, madam.
Amen, ma. It's a pity my husband is not around. I will let him know you called when he returns.
Madam, don't say we are too forward. We've come to thank you for saving Richard. Also to ask you for help.
Really? What kind of help?
Madam, you see, Richard papa don't die. Yes. And a woman kill him. The time when we say now only me with her, we don't get any problem until after I go marry 6 wives. Because he go play pool, can't win money. Since the time when he don't play pool, win that money, he just pack wives. And then take their juju kill him. Because then they holler for win go love pass.
Is that so?
Madam, since the time when Richard papa don't die, now so suffer, now him with this.
Madam, Richard is intelligent. He passed his certificate exams, but there's no money to sponsor him further.
And in papa people, when we for go ask for help, for where? Nobody ready to help us. Madam, I think God beg you see me for ground. Any help where you fit help my pikin. I beg, madam, any help at all will fit help us. Even if na houseboy work he get, make it do. I beg, madam.
Our concern is to see the boy to have something doing, please.
Please get up. I beg you, get up, please.
Beg.
The only thing I can say for now is that I will discuss it with my husband when he returns. Whatever he says is final. I will let you know then.
Madam, I beg, which time make we come back, come check?
Let's say on Saturday.
Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you. We should be on our way now.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have you forgotten so quickly? Your experience with Sunday, our former houseboy? How his family almost cut off our heads when he got missing?
I've not forgotten.
No. A word they say is enough for the wise.
Yes, once beaten, twice shy. But don't forget, Charles, the fact that we have some bad teachers does not mean we'll not send our children to school. And the fact that we have some quack doctors does not mean we'll treat ourselves when we are sick.
So, what's your point?
I'm not trying to score points with you. I'm only reiterating the fact that in as much as we're trying to help Richard, he can also be of help to us in many ways.
What ways?
Apart from the usual household chores, he can also help to coach the children after school hours, especially Ronke. I'm told the boy is very intelligent.
Ireti, don't be so easily impressionable. These houseboys are thieves. They collude with armed robbers to rob one's house and to steal one's cars.
Haba, Daddy. You say it yourself. You don't knock a tree until you have tried it. Have you forgotten our background? You don't know what life has in stock for this young man.
It's okay. You can have it your way. I don't want to partake of any houseboy or housegirl matter. I can only offer advice. This is purely under your jurisdiction.
Is that what you will say?
Look at it again. Angle E plus angle D. Equals 180 degrees. Do you understand? So angle D plus angle B equals 180 degrees. You know, 180 divided by 2 gives you 90 degrees. So since they both have this angle in common, that means angle E equals angle B. Do you not understand?
Yes.
You know a right angle is 90 degrees.
Yes. And so to other angles too.
Yeah.
Other one-sided angles, 90 degrees.
Exactly.
Now I understand it better. No, our maths teacher didn't explain it this way.
Never can tell. So,
You see what I mean?
Yes. You're right there. That boy is just super. I will check on ourselves now.
Richard,
Ma?
I was just imagining how it is growing up in a highly polygamous house like yours. It must have really been difficult.
It was terrible. There was no way my father would have been able to cater for pressing needs like education. I put in my best in school, taking the first position throughout. In fact, my school SAT result remained unbeatable. I got A in all my subjects.
Incredible.
I wanted to go into Institute of Journalism, but nobody to sponsor me. No hope at all. No hope at all.
Never give up hope, Richard. You're still very young. You just work hard, trust in God. At the end, you achieve that dream.
Yes, ma'am.
God is the custodian of pleasance. Whatever you do in life, do it with all your heart. Many great men in history had humble beginnings, but that did not stop them from achieving greatness.
I'll put in my best. I will work and pray hard, ma'am.
That is the spirit.
Tolu, why are you playing hard to get? What's your stress? You know, I really like you.
Indeed. You young doctors like play around with our feelings. Then you dump us when you are true.
That is not true. Just try me. Please, just try me.
Oh, doctor, please, don't. Empty.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Dr. Mas,
Sir.
can you see me in my office?
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Sir, you wanted to see me, sir.
Yeah. Take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I would like you to accompany me on a 2-day seminar on the pains and gains of dilation and curettage at the City Hall, starting from tomorrow.
Well, no problem, sir. Sir, may I know why such a seminar is being organized and by whom?
Well, the alarming rate of teenage pregnancies and its consequences has become worrisome. And some NGOs have decided to create awareness in employing the services of medical practitioners in dissemination of information.
I see. Sir, I hope they are not rooting for a disbandment, because D&C goes more than just what they know as abortion.
Well, that is why, as practitioners, we have to enlighten the societies about such things.
You are right, sir. I will make myself available tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, by the way, Dr. Martins, about that little tango I saw you in with one of the nurses, I would rather such thing do not occur in this premises, if you please.
Sir, it's not what you think. She's just...
I don't care about your private dealing, Dr. Martins. I'm only protecting my interests and that of the hospital. I would rather you keep your love affairs outside the premises.
I'm sorry, sir.
Well, all right. Good day.
Richard's magazine instead of reading your books. Come on, go upstairs and read your books. Come on. Hey, what is this? A pornographic magazine. Hey, I'm dead. So, this is the kind of magazine Richard reads. That is why parents should monitor the kind of books their children read and the kind of magazines they read. Imagine this sort of thing in the hands of children. A love letter. Hey! From Richard. In the garden of love. Hey, the same Richard. Lovely dated. The apple of my eyes. I can't believe this. Mere words are not enough to describe my love for you. My God. My life is in complete darkness without your smile. If I were offered all the crude oil in Nigeria, plus all the coal in Newcastle to forget you, I will never forget the day I touched your hand and you smiled. Hey! I felt part of my dream come true. Richard! Richard!
This is super story, a life of strife and sorrow.
Richard, where did you get this from? Answer me before I smack your face.
Good food and housing.
I got it from a friend.
To whom are you writing this love letter? So, but all the advice I've been giving you, you still want to ruin your life with this immoral literature. And instead of focusing on your future, you're busy writing love letters to useless girls. A thing should shun until you are old enough for marriage. How old are you that you're busy occupying your mind with such things? Richard, when I said you should have a dream, I meant a good ambition, not dreams about naked girls. I'm awfully disappointed in you.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
In fact, I'm going to report this unbecoming attitude of yours to my husband when he returns.
Ma, please, ma, please. Please, I'm so sorry, ma. You don't repeat yourself again. Please don't tell Uncle, please.
Come on, get up and go and iron those clothes. Look at his 2 left legs. Nonsense. You don't have to be afraid. It's just your mock exams. Don't worry. I'm sure you find the questions easy. Your class teacher told me you're among the best 4 in your class. And Richard has also confirmed the preparedness for the exam. Why are you sweating? Oh, please take it easy, darling. I'll give you some drugs before you go in for the exam.
Thank you, Mommy. I'll be okay.
All right, dear.
This is SUPERSTORY, a life of strife and sorrows. It's a super story of good food and houses, where the fish drowns or even die of thirst. It's a super story, a life of precious stones and good taste. It's a super story. This is SUPERSTORY. This is SUPERSTORY.
I said it is an anti-abortion campaign. I mean, it does not make sense for it to be totally disbanded. Even the US has not succeeded in passing a law concerning the issue.
Well, you are right. I think they are trying to protect the idea of prevention, especially as it concerns teenage pregnancy.
But sir, it does not make sense. I mean, it's a free world and everybody has a right to choose. Sir, if every pregnancy that occurs is left to be born, in a short time there will be limited space for people on Earth.
Well, I see your point. But what about unborn fetus? Some school of thought says it's a living soul already, and it has a right to live.
Sir, we are talking about medical science and not spirituality.
Medical science or not, my own opinion is young people should be made responsible for their actions. It will serve as a deterrent to others. In fact, they should be denied D&C treatment without their parents' consent.
Then they will keep going to the quacks.
Spend 30 minutes on this paper. You have 30 minutes more to go, so you better hurry up.
This is SUPERSTORY.
What? It's not possible. It can't be. Doctor, something must have gone wrong somewhere, not my own care.
Here. That is the test result. We have all the modern equipment. It didn't take us up to 5 minutes to get the test.
My God. Ronke pregnant. At what age?
It's only you have not been observant, madam. The pregnancy is 12 weeks gone already.
Yeah. My husband will kill me.
She's doing fine now. We place her on some sedative to calm her nerves because she fainted out of exhaustion. As soon as she wakes up, you can go home with her.
Thank you, doctor.
It's all right, ma'am.
I have to call my husband.
Good idea, man.
This is SUPERSTORY.
Oh my God.
A life of strife and
How did this happen to Ronke, my daughter? It is as if the ground should open and swallow me.
This is SUPERSTORY. A life of strife and sorrows. It's a super story with good food and houses, where the fish drowns or even die of thirst. It's a super story, a life of precious stones and good taste. It's a super story. This is SUPERSTORY. This is SUPERSTORY. This is SUPERSTORY. A life of strife and sorrows. It's a super story of good food and houses, where the fish drowns or even die of thirst. It's a super story, a life of precious stones and good taste. It's a super story. This is SUPERSTORY. This is SUPERSTORY. Yeah. This is SUPERSTORY. This is SUPERSTORY. A life of strife and sorrow. This is SUPERSTORY. Good food and houses, of precious stones and good taste. This is soup.
Do you wash your armpit at all?
Sorry, ma'am.
Go, Ja!
This is SUPERSTORY, a life of strife and sorrows. It's a super story with good food and houses.
Ronke, we are going to ask you some questions. We would like you to tell us the truth.
Nothing but the truth.
Yes, Mommy.
Tell us, okay, who impregnated you? Can't you talk?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Are you so dark or naive?
I don't know, Daddy. I don't know.
Will you talk or I'll break you to pieces?
You have to tell us the truth. Who has been touching your body and did something to you?
It was Richard.
What are you saying?
Ronke, you have to talk sense, so.
Some girls in my class were talking about sex. When I asked Mommy, she was very angry. So I asked Richard. And he promised to explain it if only I would keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, this girl has killed me!
And so, what happened?
Daddy, remember the day you came in early from work and saw Richard blowing my eyes?
This is SUPERSTORY, a life of strife and sorrow.
What's going on here?
It's a SUPERSTORY of good food and houses.
The wind blew sand into our eyes and I'm trying to blow it out. Sorry, eh?
That's kind of you, Richard. Keep up the good job. Let me see. It's all right.
All right, sir.
All right. I remember.
That was the day he did it. I started crying, but when he heard your footsteps, he pretended to be blowing my eyes to cover up.
Richard! I will kill
Richard! Damn it! He's gone.
But when did he pack his things?
Of course! He must have had us discussing and quickly packed his things and ran away.
Oh my God!
Are you satisfied now, Madam Houseboy? They can work well. They can do this. They can do that. You now see the kind of work they can do very well.
I should have known he would do this sort of thing. When I caught him with a love letter and Bobo magazines.
It's all your fault. You knew that this Richard is a randy sex maniac. And you left a grown-up girl in his care.
It's not so, Charles. It's not so.
Don't bother with tears. The head is already off. Now you better think of a better solution to the problem, since you are so good in handling things your own way.
Charles, please don't do this to me. Tell him no, Charles. Please. Oh God, help me.
This is SUPERSTORY, a life of strife and sorrows. It's a SUPERSTORY of good food and houses, where the fish drowns or even die of thirst. It's a SUPERSTORY, a life of precious stones and good taste.
Well, Ronke, you see what naivety has caused you? I hope you know the consequences of pregnancy. It means you are expecting a baby And abortion is totally out of the question. I used to think you were an intelligent and good girl. But you proved me wrong. Now your life is in your hands and that of your careless mother.
Oh, Charles! Charles!
I wish both of you good luck.
Mommy, I brought you shame. I know you will love me anymore. Mommy, I never knew the implication of what I did with Richard.
This is SUPERSTORY. Life of strife and sorrow.
I'll kill myself.
It's a SUPERSTOry. Good food and houses.
It's all happened for you. It's all happened for you.
It's a SUPERSTOry.
It's like a promise to us. Only at the beginning of the story. Oh,
it's a SUPERSTOry.
My daughter's taking the wrong step.
It's a SUPERSTOry. This is SUPERSTOry. This is SUPERSTOry. A life of strife and sorrow.
Make una no vex. If I talk say this thing wey Richard do no pay me, na lie I talk. Na only God na go fit settle this matter with the ground. I take God beg una make una no vex. I take God beg una. I don't know how manage when Richard can't do this kind of bad thing wey he do so. Where he get this kind of habit from, I don't know. I been a bad cinema where they watch.
Which cinema?
Oh.
Mama Richard, please don't annoy me. Your son has bitten the finger that fed him. Oh. So these are reward for offering to help your son.
And for saving his life.
No, go see them. Mama don't get it.
Please don't plead with me. God, the hard is already done.
I beg.
That will be okay for now. Ladies, please have your seats.
Don't sit on my chair. Ungrateful
That's
wretch.
all right, Riti, that's all right.
Madam, can you excuse us for a moment?
Nonsense.
When the back of the camel is broken, the merchant will have to carry his goods. Likewise, we have to forge ahead. Charlie,
Uncle.
I want to suggest that you and your wife should take Richard as your son-in-law so that he can go back to school, so that he can improve himself. Later, when Ronke delivers, she too can go back to school, and in the future, they'll be able to know whether to marry each other.
No, sir. No, sir. I will never, ever agree to that, sir. I am not prepared to spend a single kobo on that ungrateful idiot. And let him not show up here again. Because if he does, I'm going to turn him to food for the dogs.
Charles, please take it easy. We know how bad you're feeling, but it is the child's life and future we're talking about.
I understand that too, Uncle. Mama Roke can always take care of our daughter. The baby can bear my name as her surname.
What a shame. While other parents are discussing the university of their choice, We are here discussing the parentage of an unwanted child.
Charles, let us be reasonable. The situation is still manageable. I know my judgment is painful, but it is for the better of the future. And who are we to question God's judgment anyway?
Uncle Peter, thank you very much for your love and concern for us. It's true we haven't much of a choice in this matter. But it's only time that can heal the pain.
Well, Charlie?
Uncle, I don't have anything to say any longer. As my wife have said, it's only time that can heal the pain we feel. But we still care for Ronke anyway.
Well, let us let Mama Richard know our decision. Mama Richard! The toughest decision in life is hard to take. Only a brave man takes it.
I am very, very, very far from being brave, Uncle. But I know, and I know I have to be strong for my family.
You have taken the right decision, Charles.
This is super story, a life of strife and sorrows. It's a super story of good food and
Richard, upon all we did for you, so this is how you reward us.
I'm sorry, ma. I'm sorry, sir. It was the devil that pushed me. I'm so sorry.
Devil indeed. Why did you allow yourself to be used by the devil?
I'm so sorry, sir.
Come on, get up! And make sure that you come back here some other day so that we can know what to do. Useless boy.
Thank you, sir.
Mama Ronke, na ya go beg. I take God beg una, make una no vex. I beg una.
What are you waiting for? Please go with your son!
Beg.
Mama, go! Useless woman. Mama, go!
Hello, class. Hi. Please, who can tell me the last topic that we thought she lost on? You?
The effect of journalism in our society.
So, I'll give you an assignment now personally about some paper. At least each of you know what.
Richard has really tried in the course of Ronke's pregnancy. I'm really impressed.
He puts her in that condition in the first place.
Come on, Charles. It's not just that. It's obvious the two of them are in love. The way he cares for her reminds me of us when we just fell in love.
Are you saying we are no longer in love?
Go away, Joe. You don't know you'll soon become a grandfather.
And so?
I beg, leave me, Joe.
This is super story, a life of strife and sorrows. It's a super story, good food and houses.
Yeah, right, Rezi. Those two are lost in their own world of love. This is a clear case of disappointment becoming a blessing.
They look so happy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, really.
It's open, come in. Ah, Tolu, my darling. It's so good to see you. Come in.
Dr. Martins, what's this meeting all about? If it's about the pregnancy, I have told you I'm not ready to abort it. Huh? You have to take responsibility for your action.
Tolu, take it easy now. Let me land before you cut off my head. Please, take a seat first. Please.
I've said my own no.
Look, Tolu, I'm sorry for the way I reacted when you told me about the pregnancy. It's just that I was not ready. I mean, I was shocked.
Then you better be more responsible next time. Imagine, after professing love and all the sweet nothing, only for you to turn around and reject my pregnancy. Ha! You can't escape from this one, no.
I've heard you now, Haba. We are no longer fighting, are we? Now, let's have a drink and we can talk this over.
I'm not thirsty.
All right. Let's settle this amicably. What exactly do you want from me?
I want you to accept responsibility for the baby and get it into your teeth skull that I, Tolu, I'm keeping it.
I have had a rethink about the whole thing. And I realize it's my child we're talking about. My flesh and blood. Although I was not ready for this. But if I am to bring a child into this world, I had better do it the right way.
Meaning?
I think we might as well get married.
What?
You heard me right. It's not as if I'm getting any younger.
Martins, are you serious?
I have never been more serious about anything in my life.
Oh, Martins, I'm so happy. Can't believe it.
Well, if I am to get married, it might as well be to you. Tolu, I love you than I've ever loved any woman.
Oh, Martins. Oh.
Now, to show you the seriousness of the matter.
Martins.
And I will do it as soon as possible. I love you.
Oh, this. Oh. This is so beautiful. I never thought my wedding proposal would be this romantic.
There you are.
Oh, Martin. Another one.
This calls for celebration. And let's have a drink. Tolu, baby.
God. So, Martin, you're already prepared. How do you know I would accept your offer?
You don't have a choice. You are carrying my baby.
Martins, you're so smart. I guess that's why ladies love you so much.
Really?
Go away, Joe. Martins, this is so beautiful. I can't wait to show it off to the other nurses. No, guess Charles will be so surprised. Remember when he caught us smooshing a few months back?
I was just thinking about that now.
Oh, good. So beautiful, my
it's beautiful.
This is super story, a life of strife and sorrows. It's a super story of good food and houses.
What is happening? Where am I? Martins!
I'm here.
What have you done?
Since you refused to terminate the pregnancy willingly, I decided to do it my way.
You bastard! You tricked me!
Yes. I rubbed your glass with a powdery sedative before you got here. And the only way to get you to drink was to propose marriage to you.
Smart things. No more looking at any other nurse or any other girl at all.
Tolu, it will be you always. Trust me.
Martin, I'm feeling sleepy.
Why don't you go inside?
This is super story, a life of strife and sorrows. It's a super story of good food and houses, where the fish drowns or even die of thirst.
Tolu?
It's a super story, a life of precious stones and good
Tolu?
taste. It's a super story. This is super story.
Tolu?
This is super story.
And you fell like a pack of cards. And after you passed out, I took you in and did the operation myself.
You heartless animal! How did I ever fall for a person, wicked person like you?
Did you honestly think that I can marry someone like you? Just a good time, girl. You are not my stuff.
How dare you! How dare you perform a dance without my consent? I will make sure I report you to the medical association. I'll make sure you don't ever practice again.
Go ahead. Be my guest. It's your word against mine. Remember, you have no evidence. This will teach you a lesson. Not to use unwanted pregnancy to trap a man. Most of all, a doctor. Get out.
On! I assure you, you will not go unpunished for what you have done. I assure you.
Save me the salmon. Get out. Get out.
This is SUPERSTORY, a life of strife and sorrows.
It's okay.
It's a SUPERSTORY.
Don't cry. You see, if you had told me earlier, I would have warned you not to get involved with Dr. Martins. He's a habitual heartbreaker.
Ngozi! I'm so ashamed of myself. How can I still work in the same environment? How can I?
Don't worry. You just go ahead and do your work and try to stay out of his way. And then